Hi, it's Esports Storyteller, and today we'll talk about the Mongolian Cinderella story. Yes, we even had one single Mongolian player in StarCraft 2. This is a rather short, but also a sad page of the game's history, where a very young, up-and-coming player was falsely accused of cheating. So let's begin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more esports content in the future. Ononbat Bata, better known under his in-game alias Sioras, just started his semi-professional career in StarCraft 2. It appears that he managed to get into the Grandmaster League in 2015 and also participate in some weekly cups, but this year was uninspiring for him as he won only $15. But already in 2016, our Mongolian Zerg got into the qualifications for Gold Series International, and this was a Chinese tournament held in Shanghai with a decent prize pool of $50,000. Sioras was a complete underdog in the bracket. He had to face the best Australian players who had many years of experience and achievements. A no-name Mongolian player with the earnings of only $15 meets the best Australian player probe. But with some cheeses and aggressive playstyle, Sioras suddenly makes a big upset and moves forward with 2-1 score. He then also manages to beat Azure and Petraeus, the other two solid players, and now the Mongolian Zerg is one step from qualifying. But first he has to beat the Korean player King Kong, who is the favorite to win the whole thing. Sioras does this with a 2-1 score, defeating the Korean champion and making it to the finals. King Kong then comes back after a swift victory in the lower bracket, and it's the time for the rematch. If Sioras manages to qualify, he'll earn $1,000 and gain a lot of fame as it's the premier event with a lot of attention from viewers and professional teams. If he succeeds, he'll be able to kickstart a career in esports, and that's probably a good and desired path for a Mongolian player. The first game goes great for Sioras. He favors aggressive playstyle and launches a surprise attack with many links. King Kong is caught off guard and it seems like a perfect start for the Mongolian player. He gets the damage done and transitions to the mid game, but however, Sioras is being too cautious. He's either nervous or just inexperienced and makes wrong economical decisions. King Kong eventually gets ahead and defeats his opponent's push.
But he's also going to be maintaining that +2 missile attacks lead. That +2 missile attacks lead, because of the corruption, is actually going to play a huge effect in this engagement. Look at this. Only now is +2 missile attacks finishing up. More than halfway through the engagement, I think that King Kong has already taken a nice Roach lead in this engagement. As you can see over here, definitely leading up in that Roach count. And if he wins this Roach battle, then the 4th expansion is almost assuredly going to go down.
The second game gets dirty. The Korean Zerg goes for a quick all-in with Links and Banes, aiming to finish the game as fast as he can. Sioras understands his intentions and makes a good defense at the main base. It seems like his position is unbreakable, but then the Mongolian guy decides to cancel one of his buildings in an improvised wall, and that's a fatal mistake.
Trying to come in from the backside, Banelings making their way into the mineral line, get some good damage, and oh my god, every single drone gets killed off!
It seems like the dream is broken and we won't have a Cinderella story. However, King Kong had to forfeit his spot due to being ineligible to play in the main tournament, and Sioras then comes as a replacement and gets his chance to prove the world once again that he is a new aspiring talent. But he's still an underdog with literally zero chances. His first group is tough as hell. He faces Haas, whom I talked about in the previous video, and also two other strong Chinese players, Tudming and Zhenxi. We don't have any match video unfortunately, but Sioras somehow managed to impress once again, defeating both opponents and securing the first spot in his group. Now he's in the playoffs bracket and his dream is becoming alive. But suddenly, instead of another magnificent playoff run, Sioras gets disqualified. The reason? His next opponent should have been Hastam, and Sioras used his PC to check the replays. So perhaps the Mongolian guy tried to steal his tactics and prepare for the next match. So the organizers were very strict with him, no warnings, just straight up out of the tournament. Sioras later elaborated on these issues, stating that he had no intentions and he was just joking, as both he and Hastam got in touch during the tournament. Hastam then stepped in to defend Sioras, but it wasn't enough and the referees removed the best and only Mongolian player from the tournament, as well as half of his prize money. Obviously, his reputation got a lot worse, even though most of the community and Hastam himself believed he did nothing wrong. And despite this, Sioras still kept on playing StarCraft 2 and had some other small achievements and prize money won, but he failed to find a good team with financial support to pursue his StarCraft 2 career further. Eventually, he retired in 2020 with no significant success apart from that failed Cinderella story. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe for more esports content in the future. Have a good day, good luck, and have fun.